Hey everybody, this is Urman. We are nearing the end of 2020. Can you believe it? It's almost 2021. I wanted to start a series on Instagram where I literally interview everyday people like myself and Alicia over here to talk about our lives. And so today, our very first guest is my friend Alicia. We've never met.
No.
We're friends on Instagram, but we've never met in person. And I just want to take the time during the end of 2020 to just spotlight people and just talk about themselves and what they're going through. It's been a rough year for all of us. So I just want to talk to you about what you're going through, Alicia. So how are you today?
You know, um can't be too bad. It's
Yeah.
been rough. I and we'll obviously get into this like in a few. It's a long kind of a long story, but yeah, we just got through Christmas, obviously. It was a great Christmas,
Okay.
and the kids had enjoyed opening gifts and everything. So now we're just trying to finish off the year with these last few days.
Got to end it on a high note, right? So tell me about your background, about your family, your husband, your kids. Give me the basics about Alicia.
Okay, well, I'm Alicia. I'm 34. I just turned 34 not that long ago. Married with two boys of my own and a stepmom of two. And I was born in South Korea. My father was a military man, and I'm Korean Guamanian. So,
Good mix.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Love the food, put it that way. Because of that, I love food, and maybe that's part of my problem. I don't know, but uh, we ended up here in California, like when I was right around high school, and I've been here since. Right now I'm in San Diego, and I love it. This is where I started my family, and I guess this is probably where we're going to end it. I don't know. We're not sure yet. I mean, we'll see.
And what's your husband's name?
My husband's Adriel,
Adriel.
and
Cool name.
yeah, yeah, he's in the Navy. He's a corpsman in the Navy, active duty, but we've been blessed to be here already for like a few years, and he's been here longer before he met me. So, for right now, we'll be here, for the next few years, but we'll
Yeah.
see where it goes afterwards.
I think I hear your kids in the background.
Yes, those are my kids in the background. My parents and my sister's still here, visiting from the holidays, and so, well, my mom's actually been staying with me, and we'll get into that more.
Of
Like,
course.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Go
And
ahead.
now, something that I didn't realize until after I followed you. So we're friends on Instagram for a while. I just added you, not even really looking through your page. Looking at your page, I realized that you are actually a stage four lung cancer fighter. So, are you okay with talking about that?
Yes.
Okay.
So, aside from all the chaos that's been going on in 2020, April 20th of 2020 was when I was officially diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, something that I never expected. And, since then, it has been 8 months of just nonstop challenges. Um, for me, I've had nothing but progression. I've been on medication, I've been through chemo, I've been through radiation therapy. And even till this day, I actually have some procedures scheduled this week, just to tackle some of the things that um, I've developed. And excuse me, one of those things is this cough. So it's been hard. Um, I try not, especially during the holiday season, it was very bittersweet. My work was very kind to
It's
adopt
good
our
to hear.
family for the holiday season, and they sent us a whole bunch of gifts. I mean, our tree was overflowing with presents. But at the same time, I just looked at it and just said, I pray it wasn't my so-called last supper. And it's one of those things that, like, in the back of your mind, as human beings, we are susceptible to death at any point in time. But when you're given like a diagnosis such as stage 4 lung cancer, and they give you a prognosis of 2 to 3 years or 8 to 10 years, when you really look at that, is that really enough for you as a, as a human being, would you say that 8 to 10 years is enough? And for me, I have two little ones. My two sons are, um, excuse me, are about to be 3 and 2, and 8 to 10 years for me is just not enough. And so it's been, it has been a struggle every day, being blessed to wake up every day, but then thinking, how much longer do I have?
Now,
And
oh, sorry,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. I would say,
No, no.
in addition to having cancer, of course, we're going through a pandemic this year. So, how has 2020 affected you on a professional and on a personal level?
Well, as stage 4 cancer, at least because of my treatments, I've been at home away from work. And, fortunately for me, I've been able to have um, some income come in through my, disability, which, has kept us stable. Uh, but I will say one of the biggest challenges was the just the rules, as far as isolating people away from, the sick, which I completely understand. But when I had to go through my first chemo, my first radiation therapy, I had to go through it alone. My husband had to find out my diagnosis via FaceTime. I was at the hospital, admitted, and we had to FaceTime him to let him know that I had stage 4 cancer. And then he told my family, like my family didn't even hear it from my own mouth. So, there's I it's hard for me to say that I really enjoyed this year. Um, I will say one thing is that because we were kind of forced to slow down, it did allow me to just kind of gather myself, realize what are the things that mean the most at this point in my life, which really is just a handful of things. And I didn't feel so out of touch with the world because the world was kind of stuck at home with me, if you can understand that. Um, but it was hard. It was frustrating. Just when you want that hand to hold during treatment, you want someone to be there to be able to just kind of say, it's going to be okay. We're going to get through it. And you just have to keep telling that to yourself. It's really hard. And I feel bad for, and not only for myself, but just, for example, the family members of people of the sick that were in like the ICU that they couldn't see, um, pregnant people
Right.
who had to give birth, and at some point I think their spouses were able to see the birthing, but they couldn't stay at the hospital beds. So it's not just me. I mean, it's just a lot of other people had experienced different struggles during this COVID season. And I do hope that we resolve this, real soon.
And now we're nearing the end of 2020. We're going into 2021. What do you personally hope for in 2021, Alicia? Um, what do you hope to accomplish? What do you hope to learn? What do you hope to get out of 2021?
Well, for me, my first thing is to be able to live through 2021. My challenges aren't over yet. I still have more tests to do just to determine, if the medication that I'm taking is working and it's, keeping everything at bay. So I do have that in the back of my mind. But one of the goals that I really wanted to achieve this coming year was to somehow be able to uh, get up to at least maybe the president or someone influential enough to to be able to pull the strings and give us more funding for lung cancer research. Because the crazy thing, and this is true statistics, is that lung cancer research is actually the least federally funded cancer of all the cancers, the most common ones. But we have the highest death rates.
Wow.
And why is that? And it's because by the time we actually get diagnosed, we are already at stage 3 or stage 4, which then decreases our chances of survival. And so why, I mean, and I'm not saying that we're going to take away from breast cancer, because they have sure done their part to earn their keep, but we should too. And and we need that funding to be able to develop more medicines, more therapies, and our hopes is to make lung cancer kind of like a chronic disease versus a death sentence. Why can't we be like diabetics, where we just take a pill every day and it just keeps us going? And that's my hope. I think that with science and technology today, medicine is actually pushing through really quickly, but not fast enough, unfortunately for me. The truth is that currently I'm on a targeted therapy med that is the newest one. And if this stops working, I don't have much options after this. And I'm only 34. So I just want a chance to be able to live and see my children grow up. And I want to see them, I want to see them succeed in life. And then I can say, okay, I know I did my job, and then I can go. But I'm not ready yet.
Totally understand. Now, Alicia, thank you so much for your time today. I'm very touched by what you had to share, and I have to actually make a confession to you.
Yes.
So when I reached out to you, I told you that I just want to do just a general Instagram show where I interview regular people, talk about their lives.
Yeah.
In actuality, this is the first episode of a show that I'm doing called 32 by 32, and I'm
Uh-huh.
turning 32 next year, a whole year from now, next November, and
Okay.
I want to impact 32 lives by the time I hit 32.
Okay.
I would love to offer you. I'm not rich by any means, but my platform would like to offer your family $1,000 to help out with any expenses. Um,
Are you serious?
yes, it's not much, I know, but um,
You don't understand. Like, we're actually moving next month, and we were talking about, like, because we live in an apartment and we needed more space. So we're going to a house and we need furniture. So we were just talking about the funding, and it's a little tight, obviously, because I'm not working. Any penny can help.
of course. On top of that, on top of that, next year, whenever the world is back to normal, we'd like to offer you and your husband flights to wherever you want to go, a dream vacation. We want to offer your husband and yourself flights to a dream vacation.
Are you kidding? The thing is, my husband and I used to take vacations to Hawaii, and we started off together, and then as a family, we were sick. We said we were going to make it a tradition. And then I got sick, and, with COVID, we couldn't do anything. And I will tell you, getting cancer, you think of all the places you want to see before you go. Thank you, guys.
So I guess Hawaii it is,
I don't know. Just,
wherever it is,
yeah.
wherever it is.
It's just I just want to see where I just wanted to see the world. I mean, in general, it. I don't even know what to say.
I
I was
just
just, I was just going to do an interview about lung cancer.
well, I appreciate your time today, Alicia. We're friends now. First time meeting you face to face. Hopefully we stay in touch, and I'll see you in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Would you
Take
like to
care.
say anything last minute? Any last minute things you want to say to our audience?
Yes. I want you guys to hug and love and cherish every moment that you have with your loved ones, because you never know what can come about. And with this year, I know it's been tough. I know that we've been all frustrated, but it will get better. I do believe that it will get better. And and I do feel that we will be able to hug each other again someday.